Tech for Senior Live. Welcome, everyone. I'm a grooving there. Do you guys all wake up? Bob, let's see.
You hope we're all live.
We're shaking it up. Welcome, everybody. It's Tech for Senior Live. It is Thursday morning. It is a gorgeous sunny day out. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. Thanks for watching and listening today. We have a great show for you. And let me introduce everybody today, although you probably know everybody here. But first of all, let me introduce Hewie. Hewie was away last week, right? And yep. he was off, and we did the show without him. And you know what he said to me? He said when I asked Hewie, I said, did you watch the show? He said, yeah, I did. And I said, what do you think of it? He said, you know, you only mentioned my name twice. And I said, so Hewie, because you were feeling bad about that, what we're having today is the hashtag today for the prize is going to be Hewie. All right. So if you put so we're going to have a giveaway again today. Everybody who watched the show last week knows what we're going to do about 1:45. And so you need to put in the comment sections hashtag Hewie, and you will be entered in to win a vast prize, which we'll discuss a little bit later. So does that make you feel better?
Yes. Now I'm a hashtag.
I have a question.
You go ahead.
Your hashtag is small letters.
Yes, all small.
I noticed one of them is coming in, and they're in Hewie with a capital H.
Yeah,
that's
Michael.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Yeah. No difference. Okay.
No difference. Yeah.
There you go,
Good.
Michael.
I don't want anybody to miss out. Yeah.
Exactly. I would have said they all had to be lowercase, but that's okay. Because, of course, we'll introduce Michael in just a minute. Bob, of course, everyone knows Bob Garcia. You are a busy guy lately. You're putting lots of videos out on Windows 11. How are things going with you?
Fine. And Windows 11 is working quite nicely. I have not seen any blue screens. Oh, excuse me. In Windows 11, there aren't any blue screens of death.
Really?
If it happens, it's black. But I haven't seen any of those except in pictures, which is always a nice thing.
Well, that's cool. For those of you, before I introduce Michael in a minute, just let everyone know that we encourage you to put your comments in. And in addition to putting the hashtag Hewie in, we'd like to know where you're from. And so if you put your name and where you're from, you'll see that, of course, we have a real international group today. I'm, of course, from Canada in British Columbia on the West Coast. Bob's from New Mexico. Hewie's in Florida. And Michael's from South Carolina. So we are all over the place. So if you would like to put where you're from, we'd like to know where you're from. Also, I, at great expense, made a little birthday jingle because none of us can sing birthday. So if you do have a birthday, we will even play a little birthday jingle for you. There you go. So if you do have a birthday this week, let us know and we'll play a little jingle. Now, let me introduce Michael Daniels. Now, of course, we all know Michael on a personal basis, so you may not know him, but Michael's sort of a famous guy. He is. Now, we all like to think we're experts, but Michael is a true expert. But not only is Michael a true expert, but he's a true expert 6 times. Like he's the expert, right? So Michael, how many could you tell us all the things that you're an expert on?
That's an interesting way of approaching it. I thought that was interesting. I'm a Google product expert. So what that means, when you go to support.google.com, if you go there, and I probably set off everybody's devices. If you have a device at home, I probably set it off by saying the G word. But if you go there, I'm a product expert in 8 different products, 4 quite regularly. Yeah, I have been involved with how I got started was in Google Hangouts, which is now becoming Google Chats. And so, or chat. So that's how I got started. So that's where everything came about there. And I just help. I feel like I know the product really well, and it's just users just like you and I, and go in and answer questions, and they made me a product expert. What that means, who knows? But I'm a support person to help them. That, I guess, is the way you would look at it. So I have a lot of fun doing it.
That's great. You spend a lot of time at it too.
I do.
Yeah,
I do spend some time. Sure do.
So the challenge I said to everyone, because on our Monday show, I said, they know you're coming on. I said, ask Michael a question he can't get the answer to. I said, try and stump him. And I have a good question coming up for you. So I'm going to give you a question. I give you a tough question and see if you can get it. All right. All right. So I'll do that later on. But anyway, well, thanks for being on the show. And how's Tinkering with Tech going? You had a week off recently. Didn't you go on holidays for a week?
I did. We went on vacation. We went to Margaritaville down near Hewie there in Orlando. So we were in Orlando, and we went to Universal Studios. We hadn't been there since our kids were around. So that's probably 30 years ago. No, I'm just kidding. It's about 20 though, no doubt. And so we went down there just to see what it was like. And just after all the COVID and everything, see how they were, how that would go and all that kind of stuff. And it was really busy. They had the hurricane come through, so it kind of made it so it wasn't so sunny. So it was pretty interesting how that went. But there were some rainy days, but it was just overcast a lot of times. But it was a great vacation just for my wife and I to go and relax with our friends. We went and spent some time. It was a lot of fun. So yeah, so I took a break from Tinkering with Tech, took that week off, went and did that. And so yeah, that's where I am.
So you are a big community person because you give back so much to the community with Tinkering with Tech. And in fact, sort of what Hewie and I and Bob and we're all sort of envisioning is we're trying to be like you, we're trying to give back to the community, right? So, can you tell us a little bit about what you're doing?
Yeah. Tinker with Tech. I've been always helping people. Like I said, I've been a product expert since 2015, a very long time. And I just wanted to start a community. It is a paid for community, yes, but it's a community where you can come in and we actually get together. I do a daily tip, and we have a show on Wednesday, and then you can come in the after show. A lot of times in the after show, we sit there and talk to the guests that we have on and do that kind of stuff. I try to make it, and I try to have guests that hopefully apply to the people's business or maybe help them out with certain specific things, that kind of things. I think I've had you guys on talking about the things that you guys do for seniors. I think that's awesome. So it's that kind of stuff. It's just to build a community where we can all learn a little bit. And if you have a question, what's nice is when I do the tips every week, afterward, it's the after time where, hey, I got a question on this, and a lot of things get answered that way, and people can do that. It's kind of a resource, and it's not just me answering. That's what I like about it. It really is building a community of experts is the way I put it. So yeah, that's kind of the way it works.
Because I must tell you, go ahead.
Michael, give the people an idea of some of the tips that you give. And they're usually only about 4 or 5 minutes, sometimes a little bit longer, sometimes even less.
Exactly. So there's all kinds of like if I had found something on Zoom or something like that I think it needs, because a lot of people are using Zoom meetings and stuff. Like I had a tip on Zoom live streaming to YouTube or Zoom changing your password. Things like that people might not know how to do, or how to get gallery view and customization and things like that. Then I might have Chrome. I might talk about new Chrome things that are happening or something like, or things you can do on Chrome. Just fun things that you might not know. Sometimes the tip is just for fun. A lot of times on Friday, I do the fun one. Like the last one, the last Chrome tip I had, how to roll a dice and how to do a spinner. those kind of things and that kind of stuff. So I was showing those kind of things. But then people that use YouTube, I mean, you probably have people that you're using YouTube or on YouTube. I do it from both ways. I might show you, hey, here's a cool thing that you might want to see on mobile that you might not know that you could do, or dig deeper in that people just go to YouTube. They don't really dig in and say, oh, I didn't realize that when I'm on an airplane, I can download some YouTube videos, you know what I'm saying, and have those so I can watch on the plane when I get down, land or whatever. I have something to watch, without Wi-Fi and that kind of thing. So that's kind of example, Hewie, of the things that I do.
And if somebody wanted to become a part of it, what would they do?
You can see it right here. It says right above me, it says tinkeringwithtech.net. Just go to that website. That's our public website. You go there and you'll see as you scroll through, it kind of tells a lot of the stuff of what we do. But there's join now buttons all over the place. Just click a join now button and come in and do it that way. Thanks, Hewie.
And then you can talk to Bob and Hewie and I every day because we're usually there, right? So
there you go.
There you go. Let's see what people are saying here. I really enjoyed Dewey's videos on streaming service. Yes, Dewey did on our Monday show, did an excellent job. He did those 3 videos. I downloaded Tubi and love it. I streamed to Hoopla Canopy through local library. I pay for Megahertz, which is European streaming service. Excellent. Well done. Excellent. Gerald, I'm not going to do all the hashtag Hewies because Hewie's head will sort of blow up with with all the anyway, we got a lot of hashtag Hewies. Gerald says it's nice in Seattle, which yes, the only problem is, Gerald, is we got the smoke's coming. So they say by the end of the week it's going to get real smoky, which is not good. We have New Jersey. Let's see here. Of course, Olive is here. She says sunny Oregon. Yep, we're definitely getting good weather. Jim Tallman from Venice, Florida, already have the entire Avast package for 10 devices. Did you pay him to put that on there, Bob? Did you? Is that a paid commercial?
No. The best commercials are always the free ones. You keep forgetting, I only support customers who use Avast. I don't work for the company. I'm part of their customer support forum, which is like everybody else, doing something for nothing or giving back. But no, I don't get anything out of this except it's nice to know that somebody's using the product.
There you go. From Ottawa, Canada. Let's have a look here. George Boone from Michael. Google Chat won't give phone number in Canada. Why not?
Oh, interesting. I'm not sure what you mean won't give phone number, but I know Hangouts in the past, you could sign in to your Hangouts with a phone number or your email, and chat has gone to strictly just a Google account email for chat. So if that's what you're talking about, they did that on purpose. I hope I'm understanding that properly.
I think so. I think that would be my interpretation.
Yeah.
But we're just getting away from phone numbers and it's all going to email.
Yeah.
Victoria says from Victoria, BC, Maureen Glenn, which is great. Yes. Now, for those of you who are watching, you may also, we are recording this, and this is a live presentation, but it is recorded. So if you want to come back and look at it, and we actually have a lot of people do that. They go back and replay it because maybe they're not here right now, so they can replay it. Like Michael's show, for example. Michael always gives me a hard time. He says, "How come you didn't watch my show this afternoon?" And I said, "Well, I watch it at dinner time. I watch it as I'm making dinner or something. Because we don't have to actually watch it when it's live because it's all being taped, right?"
The only disadvantage to watching the replay on this, you can't get in and win a prize. Don't care what the prize is, but if you're not here, you're not going to get it.
That's for sure.
So that's a good reason to come in, put the hashtag in, and then get back out.
No, you have to be here.
They got to be here too.
They got to be here.
They got to be here. And that's why we put the hashtags, that we actually put the, otherwise, if you don't put anything in there, everyone just will get picked, right? Mm-hmm. All right. What do you say we do do you think we should do some news articles? Do you want to do some, let's earn our keep today. Let me get our Facebook feed up here, and we'll share the screen and we'll talk about some articles here. Let's get this up. There we go. Now, let me see. We'll share
You're not sharing your screen.
I know. I'm just going to do that. Just take it easy, Hewie.
Okay.
Let's pick one here, and we'll do this one, and we will share my screen. And I think I'm going to make this make it a little bit bigger.
It'd be nice so we could read it.
Mm-hmm.
You guys want so much. There you go. There you go. That's
you can always scroll down to get back to it once you've made it bigger.
There you go.
Then we can actually see it.
There you go. That's good enough. Put on your glasses, you guys. All right. All right. Let's talk about this. All right. Let's go down the list and have a look. This should be cool. Now, the first one, now there's a bunch of stuff at the top here, but I posted this morning. And this is a Michael. This is my Michael Daniels question that I might stump him, but hopefully he knows the answer to this. All right. This is an article on Google's new backup and sync. Now, I have to tell you, Michael, that I never liked the old backup and sync from Google. I thought it was confusing. I did not like it. I liked Microsoft's OneDrive app that was much better. And so finally, Google agreed with me. You know, all those complaints you said I should send in. They said, Ron, you're right. So they changed it, and they made it just like the OneDrive app. So it's changing. And in fact, this article said that the old backup and sync will stop working the end of September. Now, here's the question, Michael. I had a hard time finding the new backup and sync app. Like I had to read a blog. I had to click the link, and the blog took me to the site and I downloaded it, installed it, and it works fine. I guess my question to you is, how do people, because you were just at this new conference, how do people find this? Or is this going to be an automatic update when we get a new version of Windows? Like how is this going to transform? Do you know the answer to that?
Well, that's a great question. And I will say this, I don't know the exact answer on that, but I will say this about Google. One thing Google does, they don't automatically do a lot of things only because people get offended. But if it goes away, then that's when they usually they'll implement the new system. But if you notice, I don't know if anybody uses Hangouts anymore, but if you look at your Hangout box, it has right there, move to Google Chat. It's going away, move to Google Chat. I think they'll do something similar to that.
Okay.
And they usually have the little postings or something or warnings that come up and notifications to let you know, hey, this is going away soon. They really are trying to do better with that and give a lot of ample time to get that switch made. So I think that's the process that they're going to go through, but I don't know. I could probably find out from one of our product experts.
It's interesting. It was hard to find, and it was hard. I mean, it's great once you install it, it worked fine. It's great. You know, I don't have any problem with that. It's just I thought Google would have it as a button that you click and just download, install off of Google Drive or something, or it would naturally come in as an update, maybe to.
So what they might do, it might be an automatic thing, but it might be saying, hey, in September, this is going to switch over, and we're going to automatically switch it. I don't know that for a fact, but I'll try and find out for you.
It's an interesting topic, and I think it's an interesting product, and it works much better. So I thought I would bring that up today so everyone can, talk about that. Now, this was a question. This was Bob was giving me a hard time the other day. He says, look, you always talk about this blood sugar on the watch. Where the heck is it? I'm going to be dead before you ever get this organized. And just to let you know, Bob, this article was out this morning, and this is a company called Rockley Photonics, which actually makes the sensors for Apple. Okay, this is the company that is making the sensors, and this is actually. The sensor's already done now. New smartwatch sensor can measure blood sugar, hydration, alcohol, and blood pressure levels. And this is showing it, of course, on an Apple Watch. And so the sensor is there, and it's made by Rockley Electronics. So the next question is, when will Apple put it into the watch? And that's a big question. I don't know the answer to that, but the technology is there. So that just came out this morning. That article saying it's ready to go. They can do it. So that's very interesting, and I thought that was interesting. So it's coming, but when it will come, I don't know. All right.
Remember, time is limited.
Yeah.
What I don't know. I saw something on this particular thing that since you mentioned it, that they're having issues with telling the wrong thing. Some of the data is not always correct,
Right.
or it's off a little bit. So
Right.
just heed caution is all I will.
And I'm sure that's the
Don't
reason.
use this as your doctor. Don't is what I'm
Yeah.
trying to say. Okay, so
But I'm sure the reason that it isn't already on the Apple Watch is Apple's being real cautious about how they're going to implement this, because you don't want people going off on the wrong track. It's all fine and dandy if the time's wrong, but when your blood sugar is wrong, that's not so good, right?
Yeah, if it tells you you're at 90, but you're actually at 40, I guarantee you'll know it's wrong.
Yeah.
Okay?
Well, I know that it mentions alcohol. They've been trying to do the alcohol one forever. I've seen a couple articles on that. If you look down there, I'm okay. I can drive, because I'm below the level or whatever of drink. You don't want to count on that stuff. Is all I'm saying. Heed caution.
Heed caution. Now, this is a question I had for Bob. This came on this was this morning. And it's the article was Microsoft research says 65% of Canadian adults were exposed to tech support scams. Now, it's not a Canadian thing or a Microsoft thing. I just think that that's really common. And in my experience in support, I will tell you that there's a lot of people that are getting scammed and for a variety of reasons. I guess my question to Bob is, should we be talking more about this on our Monday show? I mean, it obviously is a big topic. People are still getting scammed. They're getting phone calls. I mean, maybe we should devote more time on this. What do you think?
This is the same as the Nigerian scam. It's been around forever and ever. And people still think they're going to get something for nothing, and they fall for these things.
Yeah.
And people still think that if you have a problem with your Windows computer, you're going to get a call from Microsoft to let you know how to fix it.
Yeah.
Never going to happen, but people still keep falling for it.
Yeah.
I've been doing these presentations now. This is year number 11. Okay. And that's one of the things that's covered in every single presentation. So most of the clubs that I've visited have heard it for 10 years in a row. They still fall for it.
I know. Okay. It's crazy. I was telling everybody, I was telling Bob in our pre-show today, I was saying to Bob, I have a Roomba vacuum, and I started it yesterday morning. And when the app came up on my phone, the app said, "Oh, by the way, we'd like access to your phone numbers and contact list." And I said, "What? What does a vacuum cleaner need to know my contact list for?" That was sort of interesting. Anyway, I thought that was interesting because that's a lot, 65%. I mean, I get phone calls weekly from Microsoft. It's nice that Microsoft's looking after me so well, because I get weekly phone calls from Microsoft. All right. This was really, really, really cool. So this I'll ask anyone on this. This was really cool. Now, this was Chrome on desktop to get integrated with Google Lens. Now, this is, but this was with the Chrome browser 92, right? Mm-hmm. And so this was an article, and it worked this morning. And what happened is if you go to your Chrome search and you right click, you can reverse search now with Google Lens. You could pick let's see if we can do this. Yes, so here you go.
We can barely read that. If you can make it bigger, it would help.
You need your glasses on.
I have brand new glasses. I spent a lot of money for them too.
All right, well, I'm not going to do that because there's some technical reasons, but I know, but if you right click and you look down and you can imagine, it says search Google for image or create a QR code for this image. So this is brand new in the OS, not operating system, but for Chrome 92. And Michael, did you think that's cool? That might be a tip. Create a QR code for this image or search. So it's a reverse search that'll now do it on that image with Google Lens. And this is a new feature in 92. And I thought that was pretty cool.
Chrome QR code. It is tip number 534. I've already done it.
Well done, Michael. Well done.
Yeah. Yep. Chrome, right? It says right click to create a QR code.
Yeah,
Chrome,
that's right.
It's tip 534. There you go. So I've already done it.
Yeah, but what about the reverse image search with Google Lens? That's
Mhm.
cool.
Yeah,
That's cool.
yeah, it is cool. It is awesome.
That could be the next tip, eh?
Yeah, there you go.
There you go. All right, Bob, you mentioned the new mask that came out. Do you want to say anything about that one?
Well, I am very happy that I don't wear a mask anymore unless we get some stupid places that first talked you into getting your shot. And once you got it, they said, okay, freedom is here again. And now they're saying, oh, well, let's put the mask back on. But this is taking a mask to total extreme. This is air conditioning you right from your face, because this is more than just a mask.
You know, I volunteered.
I tried finding out what the price is, but at this point I don't even think it's available for sale yet.
Right. You know, I do some volunteer work out at the airport, and I was there on Wednesday morning for 3 hours. And being a federal sort of thing, you still have to wear your mask. And wearing a mask for 3 hours was really not very comfortable.
Nope.
It's really not very comfortable. So,
our senior center, where everybody is vaccinated, is requiring to wear a mask. So
right.
I don't go to the senior center anymore.
Hewie, you said you posted this one, how to send large files by email. Did you want to talk about that, or do you want to mention
it? Just a lot of people try to do it sometimes, and this gives a lot of good hints on either using a zip or redoing your JPEGs into a lower quality. It's still a good picture, but for transport to get to somebody else, if you there's programs that will take care of that for you. And then they also talk about if you've got large videos or videos that are large files, which they all are, that you can put them up on, OneDrive or Dropbox or somewhere else, and you're able to share. And so people can download them or view them that way to share. Right. So, because you can't email a video, it's just too big. Most of the most of the email programs have a limit of either 5 megabytes or a little bit more than that. And that's about it. And that's not a lot.
Okay. Good. And
now it's not so bad anymore with download because people have much faster internet access. Right. But I remember it. Well, some people do.
Yeah, some people do. Bob.
but I remember waiting for a download for a half an hour. And you really don't want to send somebody something that's going to tie up their computer for half an hour. Send them a link and let them waste their time trying to see it when they get to the actual video. But don't try to send a video through a email.
One thing I think, as far as security wise, I think it's a good idea to download it to like someone like Google Drive, who does take care of security for you, because when you download it directly, that's when you can get possible spam and things like that. So it's really important, I think, to go through that, so to speak, firewall of security, or just someone that will help you with that. I think it's better to use that and just give a link that way. Because when you click on a link, a lot of times, especially if you don't know the person, take caution, heed caution. Everything I do is heed caution first.
Yep.
The only people who I accept downloads for are on this show. That's it. Everyone else gets trashed.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, there's so many times I get emails that just have a link in them, and I know that the person is from somebody I know. Well, their email address has been hijacked somehow, spoofed, and it's not really them. And I would not click on that link.
One of the best ways too is if it's planted on a website, that you trust, or that is secure as well. Then try and check the website too that they're talking about. Try and check that first. If it has a link where it has a website involved in it, separately, don't click the link, but separately go over there and try and search for that website in itself. It's a lot easier and better that way, security wise.
Bob, do you want to change your voice, or what's going on with Alexa here? You said you want Ziggy. What's going on? I like Alexa. What's wrong with Alexa?
Well, I'm sure there's some female users of Alexa, and they may enjoy a male voice rather than a female voice. I personally don't ever want to see a male voice. If you're going to use a voice, use mine.
Yeah. All right. So you can change voices.
Yes.
Yeah, I would like them to add some more names, because for some reason or other, that name has become very popular. And if there's a movie going on and there's somebody by that name in the movie, all of a sudden my machine is going off all the time. And there's only three on the Amazon product. There's only 3 words you can use. One of them being computer.
This new one, the male voice is Ziggy.
That's unlikely anyone's going to have that as a name.
Yeah.
Right. But I think if you change it to that and don't have it written down someplace, you'll be able to wind up not getting any information out of.
And that's strange because I actually know. I know 3 Ziggies. I know 3
okay.
Ziggies.
Oh, really?
I don't know any.
I do.
Oh, no, really?
I do. One of them's a product expert, as a matter of fact. Yeah,
Oh, no.
absolutely.
Oh,
That's
great.
probably where they got the name from.
It's true. He probably wrote it.
All right. Just to let everyone know that there's a ton of new Chromebooks coming out. We're going to, of course, hey, everyone that's listening today, in 1 hour from, 1 hour and 30 minutes, 1 hour, Hewie and I are doing learning Chromebooks. And
I better go figure out something to do then, huh?
Yeah, you better figure out something to do because we're doing learning Chromebooks. So anyway, lots of new Chromebooks coming out. I'm going to talk about, I got a special one for Michael I want his opinion on coming up in a minute. And Bob says, oh, yeah, so why can't I put my driver's license on my phone? Come on, what's going on with this? He says, storing your digital driver's license on your phone, a good idea. Yeah, it's a great idea, isn't it?
No, read it. Listen to the video. It'll give you the advice.
Okay.
End result at the end is, again, it's one of those things. You have to make your own decision.
Okay.
This gives you the facts. And after you have the facts, then you have to decide.
So this is a video that you made on this.
That's correct.
Okay, great. Okay, good. Well, thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I think there's so many people out there that are really concerned about security, and they do a lot of things. They protect themselves by what they put up or what they don't put up and so on. And then they don't use a password for their phone because it's too hard to remember to have to log on to the phone every time. So if they lose that phone, everything is out there wide open for them. So if you're one of those, by all means, don't put your driver's license on your phone.
That's right. All right. Okay. All right. Michael. So Michael and I both own Pixel books, right? For Chromebooks.
Yes.
And we think they are the great, it's like a Mercedes. It's like, but even though they were more money, every day I use my Pixel book. I love it. And I'm just so happy that I spent the money. Not once have I ever got up in the mornings and, gee, I wish I hadn't spent the money on that Pixel book. It is a beautiful machine. It's a beautiful, the problem is, they don't make them anymore, and they're not going to make Pixel books. So so in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, in the back,
they're not going to make Pixel books anymore.
Pixel books are gone.
No.
This is the new. So I just was wondering if Michael had seen this. This is the new Asus Chromebook CX9. And this is going to be the Pixel. They say this is the Pixel book successor. And I wondered if you had a look at that, or you had any thoughts on it, or, I mean, my Pixel book's great, and I hope it runs forever. But as you know, computers don't do that, right? Yeah, and I use mine a lot. So I mean, I guess I'm in the back of my mind thinking, okay, what's the next plan and strategy? Have you had a look at this yet? I just wanted to.
Yes, I have. Yeah, because I'm always looking for Pixel book because I love my Pixel book. I really do. Yeah, they've really. Now the very expensive model, I think they say they start at $700, but the very expensive model still has the touch screen. The only thing that I haven't identified on it, and I don't know, maybe it's in the article. I haven't clicked on this, so I don't know. I don't know if it flips over and turns into a tablet. That's the only thing I don't know, because that's the only thing I don't like. They're doing the clamshell. And I don't like that because I don't like something that can possibly where that would break if I went too far. So I don't like the clamshell version. So if it flips over and turns into a tablet, I would love it. The other thing is they've added so much memory. They've added 2 I forget what they call them, ZM or something like that, slots.
Mhm.
So you can add a lot more memory. So you're not bogged down. Hey, 2 years from now, I need to get another one because I need more memory. And the more expensive one, instead of 128, it had 5. I forget the number that's after 128.
512.
Yeah, 512. Yeah, they have 512
Mhm.
now built in, which is extremely helpful. I guess with all the apps that are coming out and things that they're making apps and covering Android as well, you're going to need a lot of that memory to handle those particular things. So I'm really excited, and it kind of favors a Pixel book. I don't know how I really have grown to love the I guess it'd be a chrome look that we have with our Pixel book. These are all done with the black, with the beveled edges and all that kind of stuff. It just goes to see, it just depends. I mean, I think it's really cool. I like what they're doing. I just hope it would be like you said. I love that thing. I don't regret it one day.
No. And it is like you say, the just the look of it and the color and the feel of it is just beautiful. It just is so beautiful. They won actually a lot of design awards internationally for that, and it was it's just gorgeous. Anyway, it's gone, and they're not going to make any more, so we have to move on. But anyway, so just to let everyone know that there are tons of new models coming out. So I thought just wanted to let everyone know.
Ron,
Google
how
Maps.
about
Go ahead.
some comments and in the chat boxes here?
Okay, we can do that. Let's have a look here. Now let's go down. Michael, why does Gmail keep requesting a birth date after entering a login and password? That seems more information for hackers.
That's a great point as far as the hacker side, and you can always leave that anytime I give you advice or whatever. But I will say this: I know this from a product expert that I heard, and also I think it was the community manager from Gmail as well. They're required to abide by the country's age restrictions for account owners, so they have to.
Oh, okay.
They have some countries specifically do that, but so what they're doing is they're just making it easier if they just do it that way, then it's done. So they're requiring that. It's not just Google that wants to, actually more email providers are doing that more and more. So it's a thing of the future, I think. So
okay, yeah, makes sense. I haven't seen that in Canada, so maybe it's coming or something.
I think they used to ask you whether or not you were above 13 years of age.
Yeah, right.
Now
they'll make you put your birthday.
They make you put a birthday in. If you lied about being 13 or older, you can also lie about your birthday. So
that's true.
Just make sure it's at least makes you 13 years old.
And Jeff Wilkinson says, "Can you proceed without giving the vacuum access to your car?" Yes, you just say no. I think it's a Google security thing, and it says it's you just say no, don't give them access to that, and it's still vacuuming away. Actually, it's working now as I speak. Ivana Stewart says, "Hi from Argyle, Texas. I cannot get in Wi-Fi with my computer at this time." Okay. Email downloads recommendation sounds like a topic for TFS Monday. All right, who wants to do the topic? We didn't we do a downloads thing? I can do one maybe in one of the future shows. I mean, there's a lot of good stuff on that. That's a good topic.
Can she expound on that topic, make it a little bit more?
Well, she's probably looking at different options for downloading files, and different ways of moving files around.
I can take that article and expand it.
Yeah.
It's a good topic. It's good suggestion. You did not do the birthday jingle Monday for my birthday, which was Wednesday. Okay. Hold on.
Okay. Yeah, she was 80, and she was
it now.
And she was 89.
Hold on.
That's correct.
Where's my birthday? Here you go, Jeannie. Here's the birthday jingle.
Without sound.
Didn't put sound. There you go. Thank you so much for being here, and thank you and sorry we didn't do that for you on Monday. We have to do better on that. Right, Hewie?
Yep.
All right, where are we here? Let's get back. How do we get up to comments here? Go back to comments. Let's see. Mike says, other than a government site, I never use my correct birthday if asked for it. Yeah, the problem with that is unless you choose a single date as an alternate, then you really get messed up when you go back and try to log in for security and you can't remember what birthday you used.
Exactly.
Right? You know,
Exactly.
that's a rabbit hole you don't want to go down.
That's
So,
that's a password manager issue.
right.
When I lie about anything, or when it asks security questions, you don't give the real answer. I just put those in my password manager, so when I can just, if they ask that question, oh, I better see what I answered for that, and then just go look in my password manager, and there it is.
Right. And just to come back over now, which I thought this was a great article. I don't know if you guys have looked at this or Bob's looked at this, but Dropbox. I don't know if you, a lot of people use Dropbox. It's very, very popular. But Dropbox has made some changes recently. First of all, Dropbox has a password manager. Do you guys know that? Dropbox has a password. Dropbox has a password manager. And they said Dropbox first introduced a password manager last year when it made it available to free Dropbox basic plan. And then it's going on to discuss about how they're allowing Google Photos, because with the Google Photos 15 gigabyte limit now, they're offering in the basic plan to actually have you upload your photos to Dropbox rather than Google Photos. I guess the reason I brought this article up is there's lots of options. And I didn't know that Dropbox had a password manager. So
what price? Is it free to upload your photos?
Yes, it is. They've
unlimited.
Well, you have to read the article, and it depends on how much. And there's a bunch of stuff, but they've incorporated it up into the basic plan. And so basically, Dropbox's password manager is free, to use. So if you are using Dropbox and you are a Dropbox person, then I thought that was interesting because I had no idea Dropbox had a password manager. And the article is about recent changes Dropbox is making to add Google Photo storage into your basic plan. So anyway, I thought it was just interesting. I don't use that feature, but I don't know if I just thought it was interesting. Did you know that, Michael? Did you know that Dropbox had a password? Yeah, interesting. Now this is cool. This is really cool. I don't know if you've got. This was the new Canadian app that lists the active fires. Now, how appropriate is this, right? This is actually what the fire management services do, and it's called Fire Fringe. And this actually is what the fire management people use, and they made it available to publics now. And whenever you open the app up, it downloads all across Canada the active fires, where they're going, what containment it is, and gives you up-to-date data. But because it's on Google Maps, you can zoom right down and look at street levels and see exactly where the fire is, and it's all live. Now, I'm sure there's apps in the United States that do this as well. But, I thought it's really appropriate for this time and something that people might be interested in, and they should be looking for apps like this. Any comments from any? I mean, it really does. It is excellent. So I don't know in the States if there must be apps. I thought, why won't Google Maps should be integrated into fire management or some way? I mean, they're doing all sorts of stuff with that.
I would think that they would be. You're right. I mean, I don't know if I know. They also own Waze, is it? I think it's Waze.
Yeah,
I think
Waze.
I think Waze actually has that functionality.
Oh, do they? Oh, okay.
I'm pretty sure it does. I'm not sure of that, but I think it does.
All right. This was interesting. There's an article on Adobe Premiere Pro now runs natively on M1 Max. I thought that was interesting that runs. Oh, and the other thing, Michael, did you see Steve Dotto's show yesterday? He's converted his whole show and everything into Camtasia, which is a video editing software. And he's been doing that for the past 4 months. He's gone from the Mac, what's the Mac editing software? Anyway, he's changed all his studio, everything's over to Camtasia. And the show on Monday was why they did that. And it was sort of interesting to listen to. And probably before our draw, the last one was sort of interesting. Was on DuckDuckGo. Now, this was a news article just came out this week. Those of you who use DuckDuckGo, it not only is launching a free private email service, but it also is giving you disposable email addresses. So when you subscribe to newsletters and stuff like that, or not newsletters, if you subscribe to sites that you're going to get a lot of spam, they're disposable email addresses. And
what they're doing is you don't really, it's not an email service, it's a forwarding service.
Right.
And you'll get a duck.com address, and then when somebody sends something to that, it will forward to whatever mail you want it to go to. And it's supposed to be more secure to that point, but I think once you're sending it to the other, I'm not sure. But Mike, what I found interesting was to sign up for it, you have to install their app on your iPhone or your Android phone.
Mm-hmm.
And then you go on a waiting list, but it doesn't ask for your email or any way to contact you. You don't have to register for it. I don't know how they're going to find you to tell you that you're now on you're not on the waiting list anymore. Here is your link.
And it's only available on your mobile devices. It's not available.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yep.
So I registered to go on the wait list, but I don't know how they're going to find me.
Well, it was just an article I thought we'd talk about.
Yeah, no, I thought it was interesting.
Yeah, it was interesting. All right. Hey, listen, we should do our draw. Eh?
Well, there was a question in the comments. What is today's giveaway?
Well, we're going to talk about
that. I guess you're going to show that.
We are. We're going to talk about that right now. And let me just play this video for you. I have you ask and we shall play. Here we go.
This portion of Tech for Seniors Live is sponsored by Avast Software, the makers of the most trusted antivirus in the world. It's also the most used antivirus in the world. This is the part you've all been waiting for. We're going to pick a winner of a 3-month license of Avast Secure Line VPN. Allows you to secure up to 10 devices, available on PC, Mac, Android, iOS, and Android TV. Enjoy your prize. Good luck to all of you.
There you go. So that is what we're going to do. Now, I'm going to give everyone about 15 seconds to enter your hashtag Hewie in and then we will be doing a draw. And if I come over, you'll see that we have 18 people in the that are listed now. And when I click the little button, it's going to give us a winner. And so we'll give everyone about 15 seconds to make sure that they've got entered in. Michael, can you enter in? What happens if you enter in twice? Does it just count you once? I don't know.
It just counts you once, but you could, I don't know where you're streaming. Like I stream to Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter.
Right.
You can have it in all 4 different platforms, and then it'll come in 4 times. But as far as in the same one, you can put it in as many times as you want. It's only going to go.
Is it just going to be one? Excellent. Okay. All right. Mm-hmm. All right. Shall we do the draw? Are you ready to go?
Let her rip.
Let her rip. Okay. John Roy, popular win. John's been with us for a long time. He comes to our Monday show. So John Roy is the winner. John, if you would be so kind as to send me an email at that address at admin@techforsenior.com. We will send you if you email me, I'll have your email address and we will send you the information and the link to your prize today. Good stuff, eh? Let's see how I get that off of here. Where did we go? I know. I'm sharing just. Here we go. So that works out well, eh, Michael? The giveaway tool.
I love it. I absolutely love it. It's a great way to involve the group and keep everybody engaged too. So.
Yeah, that's good. Let's see if we have any more comments. Maureen says, Ron, not tech related, but were the F-18s in Comox this year? Yes, they were. And in fact, I have a big white roof on my house, and I think they were using it as a lineup for the landing runway. So, that was a rather the F8. The snowbirds are okay. They said they're not too loud, but those F-18s, they love to buzz my house, and man, that's was not fun. So anyway, they're gone. They're off doing their thing. What did Mike say?
Does Chris take care of it if they happen to come over while we're doing a presentation?
yeah, exactly. Mike says, like it if they ask what your first car was, I see something like strawberry, not what I use. Oh, I see for security questions, right? But the problem is, if I did that for a while, but I got caught a few times and I couldn't remember what the answers were. And then you have to go to your bank and really start, explaining life, so it's not very good. Let's continue on. So Bob, this is the one you put out on. So you have a whole series of Windows 11. You're doing a lot of videos on Windows 11. Thank you for doing that. Mm-hmm. And lots of really interesting stuff happening. And is there one, if you had to sort of identify one or two things that you really like about Windows 11, could you give us a hint on that?
Yeah, I happen to like, which is very similar to what Apple has, is the tray down on the bottom in the middle. I have actually begun to enjoy it because I usually have something sitting on the left side close to the monitor, and I always have to go and how do I get to like the start menu or whatever comes next? With it in the middle, I don't have to worry. I got clear space on the other side now. I mean, it grows as you add more things to that task manager, but with it centered, I find it a lot easier than it was when it was actually on the left. And there were actually fixes or hacks that came out that allowed you to put it back on the left-hand side. I know Microsoft has put a stop to that. If you're going to use Windows 11, why do you want to go back to Windows 10 or 8, 1 or 7? Get used to it. And I found it now that to me is one of the nice things is having it in the center.
There you go. Well, yeah, I'm sure there'll be. Go ahead.
I have to rely on Bob for all my Windows information for Windows 11 because the only machine I have that will run Windows 11 is my main computer, and I'm certainly not going to beta test on it. And the other computers, none of the other computers I have will run it. And I've tried to find an inexpensive or used computer out there that I can be assured will run it, and I haven't found anything yet.
Walmart, I purchased, let me rephrase it. The cheapest computer that I own came from Walmart. It was less than $350, and it was the only computer that at the beginning was ready for Windows 11. That price is now increased by a little over $100. It still is only a $450 computer. It can run Windows 11 without problems. And get it, it's a Walmart brand computer.
But I can't justify spending $300 or $400 just to test something until it comes out.
That's why we have Bob.
That's okay.
I'm going to use Bob as my expert.
Yeah, we'll just use Bob.
I have that the Dell laptop, which originally was told to me you can't use it, but I didn't give up, and I found out, hey, terminology sometimes makes a big difference, and what they call it on one computer is not necessarily what you call it on a different one. And I was able to get it, so it says, oh yeah, this runs. All the specs are there. You just had to figure out that, hey, it's not called what they called it on the other computers.
Yeah,
So-
I have a Dell. I have a Dell laptop, and I was hoping I would have a similar experience until I realized I bought it. I think in 2013, maybe it was
Yeah,
2014. Oh, yeah, worse than that, it was a refurb.
All right. Hey, you guys, hold on. We got a couple more questions before we
Okay.
finish up here. Stuart says a question about Michael. This is a Michael question. Question about Google Assistant. In my car, it takes over and disables my car's voice remote. Do you know why?
Yeah, that one would be for probably Android Auto would be my guess. Or are you talking about on your phone in your car? Because sometimes it depends on which you're talking about, I think. So Google in my car, it takes over and disables my car's voice remote. Do you know why? Yeah, I mean, unless that's Android Auto.
I would think it would probably be Android Auto.
Yeah, I mean, and it will do that, I think. I don't know. I'd have to know a little bit more information about all of the stuff that's going on there too.
Stuart says on my phone. He says it's on my phone.
On his phone. Okay, so and my car takes over, disables the. Oh, interesting. You know what? I don't know the answer on that. I don't know enough about that one. That is definitely something that I would definitely go to support.g.com. And I said G, it's supposed to be the word, but I don't want to set off my device and everybody else's. So go there, and they have a section for Android Auto. Go there and ask your question there and see if you can get a product expert to give you a reply on that. Because it might be a function of that particular thing. It might be that is the process. I just don't know that. And I don't have that. So I don't have, my vehicle is so old, it doesn't have the car's voice remote or whatever. So
Olive says, Mike Ungerman, we might guess that your real car is a Corvette from your hat. So that's there you go. And Mike says, you'll be notified by DDG app, then approved.
That's DuckDuckGo.
Oh, app then approved. You won't need to share any personal information to join the wait list. You'll secure your place in line with a timestamp that is just solely for your device. There you go. All right. Listen, so we are getting close to the end. Michael, I want to thank you so much for coming this week.
Thank you.
It's always a lot of fun having you on. Will you come back again?
Of course I will. Absolutely. You know, I love this kind of stuff. I love talking tech anyway. Yeah. That's why I created a community to do that. So I really appreciate it. You guys are awesome. I love it.
Yeah, we always have a lot of fun. We have a lot of fun with everybody, but it's nice having an expert, a 6 times expert. Yeah. All right.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it.
Yes, indeed. And certainly, Hewie, I guess we'll be seeing you in about 30 minutes, eh?
Yeah, ready for in an hour will be the Learning Chromebook. But I did want to give kudos to Michael as well. I went to support.g.com and looked at some of the support questions and answers, and there's some really interesting and unique questions and some great answers. And it is a great place to go when you have issues with any of their products. And
that's awesome.
And I give a lot of credit to Michael to be able to go on there and help answer. I thought I knew a lot. And when I started looking at some of the questions, I said, I can't be an expert in this. I'm one of the questioners. I'm not one of the answerers.
It's kind of a unique way too that Google does this, because a lot of, like, you can't call places anymore. You used to be able to call and get a customer service. You can't do that anymore. Everybody wants to chat or they want to do whatever. This is kind of a good back and forth thing that you can get involved with. And I think it's an interesting way. I'm not saying it's the best way, or you don't always get your answer answered or your question answered. But it is definitely a way to get back and forth, to have conversation with someone, to try and work out such, kind of like what we do, you know, like when Ron, you come in and ask me a question. It's a way of doing it. So thank you, Hewie. I agree with you. I really do think it's a good process.
Olive says she's coming to our Chrome class. Will the Chromebook class be opened earlier than, what time are you going to open it up? Earlier than 11.
Oh, that's right. It's me, isn't it?
Yeah. You're doing it.
I usually do it a half hour early, so it'll be it's almost 1:00 here, so it'll be at 1:30.
All right. we'll open it up then. And Bob,
Or-
are you going to be there?
Of course, I wouldn't miss it. Hey, I have a Chromebook too.
I
I've
know.
actually been a beta tester for Google when they first came out. I still have my black Chromebook. It doesn't work anymore. You can't use it anymore, but I still have it. One of these days, I'll sell it as an antique.
Well, we're
There you
we're actually gonna play one of Bob's Chromebook videos, and we'll talk about that on when it starts. So anyway, listen, it is top
Thank
of
you.
the hour. I'm going to end the broadcast. We will see everybody back, and I guess a month will be. Well, I guess it'll be August, Hewie? Fourth Thursday in August for our Chromebook.
for the next Chromebook one. Yeah. But we'll
yeah.
see everybody Monday. And
Oh,
it'll
yeah,
still be
yeah.
July. It'll still be July. And
Yeah,
we'll see
yeah, that's
everybody
true.
next Thursday.
Yeah,
It'll
we'll
still
see.
be July.
Yeah, I guess we got a lot to do in the meantime. But anyway, we'll certainly do that. Yeah, we'll see everybody Monday.
Thank you,
And
Michael.
so thank you so much, Michael, for coming. If you want to just stay on for a second after the broadcast, I'll say goodbye to everybody. We'll see everyone shortly for our Learning Chromebooks. Those of you who are lucky enough to have a Chromebook, we'll see you again shortly. Or if you just want to come and hang out with us and don't have a Chromebook but really want one, we'll tell you what to buy. All right, there you go. And we will see everybody. Thanks for coming, and congratulations on our winner today. We'll get your prize out to you, and we'll see everybody next week. All right. Oh, and next week, just before everyone leaves, Chris Gould's on next week. So she's going to be, yes, Chris is coming. Chris is on because, of course, we had her husband on last month, and she said, "Come, you don't have me on." So Chris is coming on. So she should be fun. She's just gone a big tour, and she's traveled across the country. So she's lots of fun. So anyway, we'll have a good show next week. All right. We'll bye now.